Hey guys, welcome to Darth Cinema's review show. I am Darth Cinema, and I just got back from watching X-Men Days of Future Past. If you want the spoiler-free review, go and see it. If you're a fan of the X-Men trilogy, if you're a fan of First Class, even if you like the Wolverine and X-Men Origins Wolverine, if you're in the minority and liking that film, go and see this film. It ties all three films perfect together, and you're going to love it. It's such a great nostalgic feeling to see all these characters and all the cast members as these characters come back together. So that's the spoiler-free review. Go see it, and I'll give you about 5 seconds if you do not want to hear the spoiler review. So I'll just give you about a minute here and... Okay, so if you have not cut out the video at this point in time, I can only assume that you are here to hear my personal opinion on Days of Future Past. I was very skeptical going into this because they had previously stated that they were going to tie in not only the X-Men trilogy, X-Men, X2, and X-Men 3, The Last Stand, but they were also going to tie in First Class, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and the Wolverine. But to be honest, I didn't really see much that tied in the Wolverine to this, because mainly when they're in the future, it is shown that Wolverine still has the metal claws, which really didn't make sense continuity-wise, because if you saw the Wolverine, you do know that his metal claws were gone. His adamantium claws were cut off by the Silver Samurai, and he only has bone claws left. So that was never really explained. That was kind of glossed over. That really made me scratch my head a bit. But when you, getting back to the rest of it, I was very skeptical. I was very skeptical going into this film because I'm like, how are you going to tie all these movies together? But I gotta say, they did a really damn good job, people. They tied them together, I think, the best way. There are a million ways that this film could have gone wrong. It could have just exploded right in their face, and it could have backfired horribly. But everything that they did seemed to fit perfect. They explained what happened to people who weren't in the film. They explained what happened to Banshee, Azazel, Angel, a lot of those from First Class that we don't see in this film. We get to see Quicksilver, and for a second we do get to see Wanda Maximoff, who will later become the Scarlet Witch. So there's a lot of this. If you love the X-Men, there is definitely a lot of little things in there for the fans of the film series. They did get the actor who played Beast in X3. Jean is back. Scott is back. All these actors come back for this movie, and it, for me, especially watching, I went to the theaters to go see the first X-Men, and going to see all the films that have come out to now, it's a really nostalgic feeling to see all these characters back together, and the actors pulled them off so well. Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, and he was great. Ian McKellen back as Magneto, he was awesome. I think my favorite, if I had to go into my favorite scene, it would be where the younger Xavier, I believe he's played by James McAvoy, I believe. I believe, if I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments below, but when he's talking to Patrick Stewart's Xavier, it was just a very inspiring moment to see, like, you're talking to yourself 50 years in the future, when you think all hope is lost and there's nowhere else to go, that there's someone saying, we need you now. When you're at the worst you can be, we need you to pull yourself up. Kind of reminds me of that Batman quote, why do we fall so we can learn to pick ourselves up? But this is not comparing Batman to X-Men. This is about the X-Men. The Sentinels were awesome. I know they didn't, there are a lot of people who complained that they didn't match the design of the original comics, but to be honest, it didn't bother me as much. Now, I don't read the X-Men comics. I have dabbled in them a little bit, but I'm not really a hardcore X-Men fan. I am a fan of the films, but not really as much in the comics, though. But I liked these I definitely like these Sentinels. The future Sentinels are amazing, having the ability to adapt to any mutant. We get to see a couple new ones. We get to see Bishop. Bishop is back, and I can't remember some of the other names because I really don't think they brought them up. Warpath. Warpath is in it. Though a lot of those of you who are going to see this movie who are expecting to see a lot of the new mutants that they introduced as far as the future goes, there isn't really a lot. You get a little bit of that in the beginning and brief flashes throughout the film, but it's not really the main focus. Definitely the main focus is between Xavier, Magneto, and Mystique. And if you watch First Class if you're coming in from First Class, that's one of the main conflicts between Magneto and Charles, is the whole of what the rift that tore them apart was Mystique going with Magneto at the end of First Class. So those were great moments. I didn't really see a bad performance from a lot of people. There wasn't really I didn't see anything acting wise that bothered me. I felt that the effects were great. Just bringing back the characters was amazing. Though there are a few head scratching moments. You'll see when you go to see it yourself. Mainly for me, it was just that, like I said, the metal claws in the future if he lost them already. But I think they did a really, really damn good job with this movie. Like I said, a million ways it could have just backfired, but it came out extremely well. And I cannot wait to get this on DVD and just add it to the collection of X-Men movies I have. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this really short for now. I'm already running on 7 minutes here. I want to keep my videos at least 10 minutes. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, guys. If I turn out to be in the minority on this, that's fine. I know I went in, didn't think it would be enjoyable, but it was very enjoyable. If you love superhero films, if you love the X-Men films, you will definitely find some enjoyment here. There is something for everyone in this movie. Whether you're a fan of First Class or the original trilogy, you'll find something here for you. And there are loads of Easter eggs. And also, the end credit scene, guys. If you don't want to know the end credit scene, I'll give you another 5 seconds to go now. You still want to know? Okay, that's fine. Yes, it is confirmed that Apocalypse will be in the next X-Men movie. Of course, it's X-Men Apocalypse. Basically, all that we see is him building the pyramids. Basically, he's raising his hands and building the pyramids. Again, I'm not very familiar with Apocalypse or the X-Men comics, so I'm not really sure how big of a villain he is. I'm more interested in the Avengers, but if he is as big as I'm hearing, we're going to have a really, really good movie when X-Men Apocalypse comes out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try and get some more videos coming soon. Until then, this is Darth Cinema, and I will see you guys next time. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe for more content, and I will see you later. Take care.